ASAP Rocky.
Oh, ASAP Rocky, Rihanna's baby daddy, Rihanna's man.
ASAP Rocky, according to Entertainment Tonight, ASAP Rocky wants to be the next Black James Bond.
Oh,
Quoted by saying, I think I need to be the new Black James Bond. Like, why not? There's quotes here. Hold on.
yeah, I'm looking at them.
Uh, I'm sorry, it's comedy to me, but ASAP Rocky says, "I'm down for whatever. I think I need to be the new Black James Bond. Like, why not?" He told Variety, "If we hit the gym, I'm gonna be alright. Right now, I'm in dad mode." He added, as he and Rihanna are soon to welcome their third child together.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give me a couple months. End quote.
No, we're not gonna give you anything. You're not in the mood. We're not gonna give you. We're not gonna give you any. He's just saying that as like an aspirational thing, right? Like when I say that I want to be a millionaire, but we know that
Oh, you totally took my vibe. Go ahead, keep going.
the odds of me becoming a millionaire are probably slim. But I say it because like that's the dream, right? The dream is for me to become a millionaire, or like I don't know. The dream is for me to I don't know fly a plane. No, that's attainable. You know what I mean though. Like people have dreams of things that they'll probably never do, but that's what this was, right? Does he think that he could be James Bond? Has he? I was trying to look up his filmography. Let me see. Okay,
Ain't it just
documentary.
a Spike Lee movie?
That doesn't count.
All right, ain't it just this Spike Lee movie that's coming out?
No. There's a filmography on Wikipedia, and while I don't normally, rely on Wikipedia for my hard hitting
Oh no, you
news
can't
or
trust that.
information, I mean, it's usually pretty accurate with these things. Okay, first of all, under filmography, half of the things under filmography are documentaries, so he was himself. Um, he was in Zoolander. Oh no, he was himself in that. He was in something called Monster. Do you know Monster?
No,
Okay, he was in that. He was in If I
he
Had
was in
Legs,
Her.
I'd Kick You. Oh, that's this year.
I don't know that one. Sorry,
And then he's in Highest to Lowest, which is um
which is coming out
which is
later
coming
this
out.
year or next year.
Seems like the two are coming out this year that I just said. And then Dope, the show, I guess. No, that Dope
Yeah,
was a film. He was in
that was a
Dope.
film. Hmm.
Um, Television. He was in one episode of something called Animals. He was Bodega Cat too.
So it means he wasn't himself. He didn't play a role. It was probably voiceover.
And then he was also on the Eric Andre show as himself. Seems like everything he's played himself. No, then no, ASAP. No. Go away. If this is just like one of those dreams, like, when you're a kid and you're like, I want to be a race car driver. But then, like, you grow up and realize that, like, race car driving may not be realistic for you. It is for some people. But, like, a lot of people grow up and they're like, I really wanted to be a race car driver. Like, I would have loved to become a race car driver. That just wasn't the path I took. I feel like that's what he's trying to say. He got to be trying to say that and not actually thinking that he's going to be James Bond before Idris, before Damson. No.
You want me to respond silly or serious?
I want you to say whatever your heart desires.
They won't let James Bond be black. Let's start there.
Okay, I agree with that. I was going to say that, but I actually tried to stay away
People
from
have
it
been calling
because
for
that's
a black
defeats the point
James
as far as I'm
Bond for
concerned.
probably a decade.
Yeah.
In fact, probably before that, because before Daniel Craig was James Bond, people were calling for a black James Bond, and it wasn't. It was Daniel Craig.
Right.
And now they still have not chosen a new James Bond. Cool. But the last movie didn't come out that long ago. They don't come out like back to back years. But
Yeah.
okay, cool. Never in the history of James Bond has a James Bond been black. Every time they speak about who's in the runnings, it's not a black person. So they're not going to let James Bond be black. But let's just
But
say
I
I'm
thought
wrong
they
and they
were.
decide.
I thought they were considering Idris. Like publicly, they were talking about Idris possibly becoming James Bond. Is that not true?
No.
I don't know why I thought that was a conversation.
Because people were saying that on the internet. At one point, it was said that he was definitely going to be the new James Bond, and then he wasn't. There are lots of people who the internet has said should be. There are a lot of rumors who could be. Like right now, the next one is Tom Hardy. That people are saying, oh, it's probably going to be Tom Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the latest rumor, which is not new, but it's not a black guy. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, if they do let it be a black guy, it's not going to be ASAP Rocky. I'm sorry. Just want to be honest here.
No.
ASAP, you haven't acted in shit.
Right. He's played himself in most
Except
of the
acted
things
as
he
a rapper.
didn't.
The only acting career we know from you is acting as a rapper. And so that doesn't count in Hollywood, unfortunately. You're a very stylish guy, a good-looking guy.
Oh, he's great. He's a
As far
model.
as
He
I
does
know,
those things.
even a cool guy, from what I understand.
Yeah, he's
That
he's
ain't
a
got shit to
nice
do with
guy.
becoming James Bond.
No, I don't think he's gonna be. No, and that's
It
why I'm
doesn't
like,
have shit to do with being James Bond. And furthermore, you know, they usually choose someone from the other side of the pond. They usually
right.
choose a person who already has the British accent.
Which is why I said if they were going to choose a black man, there are people who are ahead of him, far ahead of him, I would think. Like the two that come to mind are Idris and Damson. I think easily they're contenders if that is what's being considered. I think they're very
Daniel
easily
Kaluuya,
contenders.
like, there's mad.
Yeah, there's. I mean, again, I think this is like, hey, daddy, I want to be a race car driver. I want to drive for NASCAR. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
that's
one.
what this is. So he can dream. Good for him. We should all have dreams. We should all have, be able to dream a little bit.
Yeah.
Like again, my dream would be, give me $50 million. Like, please. Maybe we could get $100 million podcast deal.
Right.
Because I hear, some people aren't up for their $100 million deals anymore. So
Shannon Sharp is no longer getting his $100
I
million.
wasn't gonna say his name.
I'm okay with saying it. You know what I mean? I'm not scared.
So holla at your girl,
Even though
your boy.
I'm of the belief Shannon Sharp was never getting $100 million, but
I don't know that to be true, so I won't say that. But
I don't think when people say things, it's true. I think it's like a hope, a negotiation tactic, a positioning thing. But I don't think the people getting those numbers walk around saying those numbers before there's a deal signed. Like,
it's like telling your job you're leaving because another company is gonna pay you more money, with the hopes that your job offers to pay you more money than that, or at least that.
right.
It's
Right.
I understand that, and that is totally possible.
Yeah.
Either way, it's over.